Hi, and welcome to Greywing. Flotilla is your smart assistant to help you sort out your dashboard exactly the way you'd like to see it. So let's go through the setup process. In this case, the first step is really just to select the avatar that applies to you. This is highly customizable and doesn't make much difference to the views that you have unless preset by the company. So let's say I'm the designated person ashore. Once I move forward, I'm going to select exactly the information I need to see instantly. And this is once I hover over a vessel. It's not super important for me to see time to next port, but the crew to change would be important. The next port name, arrival time of the next port, flag state, person in charge, and maybe even the type of vessel. This would essentially show me all of this information as I hover over the vessel and allow me to have situational awareness pretty quickly. Now, this is the information that, as you see in step 3, would show up once I click on the vessel. So we can allow this to be a little more detailed. So let's just assume I'm okay with all of this information being shown. Once I click next, I'm going to select how I'd like to color code my vessels. Depending on the kind of company, you could be looking at hundreds of vessels and you need a way to tell them apart. In this situation, I would pick flag state, or if I'm a ship manager for many ship owners, I could pick the vessel owner as a way to segregate or tell them apart. This is really up to you and your preference of about how you'd like to see your vessels. Once I click next, I would pretty much go on adding vessels to Flotilla. And not to worry, because you can always add vessels at a later step. However, at this point, if say I know the name of my vessel, I could go about typing the first few name letters of the name. So as you see, once I type TH, it loads a couple of vessels. Let's say Matsuyama is the vessel that I'm trying to add. In this case, I click add and it'll automatically populate that vessel on my view. So we'll give the system a few seconds to do that. And once it's done, it would show you a successful message saying that it's been added, and you should be able to find it when you're done with the setup flow. When you go to the next step, we're essentially going to ask you what you'd like to get notified about. And this is because the Greywing engine is constantly working with a pair of eyes around the clock, even as you're not logged in. And so we'd give you a daily report, or you can change the frequency of this report on whatever features you choose to get updated on. For example, you'd like to know if your PICs have added new vessels, or there's new vessel names that have been added. I can select this and modify the frequencies so that I'm not getting bombarded with emails. We usually won't email you more than once a day. So in this case, as soon as there's a port restriction being updated, I would like to know. And as soon as there's a crew change being planned, I would like to know. And I could select this to be updated at, when I log into work at 9 a.m. Once I go to the next step, you're pretty much going to have to fill in the details at which you'd like to be reached at. It could be your main inbox, you could get text notifications, and you're done. And you're set up and ready to use Greywing.